Okay, welcome guys. This is another video by TradeWise Academy. I want to welcome you to this very one. So this class is going to be mainly like almost calculation based, and I'm going to be running through it. I did a much more extensive video, but I don't know, for some reasons my enemies decided to play a joke on me. So the second video got scrambled as well. But I just trust God that this one is actually fine. This one will end up well and you would get this one. So basically what we'll be calculating first is how price move. How do we see price? So you see your pairs, if you have looked at your MT5, you notice that they always have a lot of numbers. Like something similar to this one we have down here, 1.30542. Now, this is the actual currency that we know. This is basically where most currencies will stop. This is probably the shillings. And then this type is the one people don't see. So when you are in the bank, they don't show you how deep the kobo can go. It ends on 1 kobo. That's if they even show you up to that. So, but there is a deeper side. And that deeper side is where the big sharks, the rich people make money from. They don't need the tiny fluctuations. They can use they don't need the huge fluctuations. The tiny fluctuations is enough to make them money. So that's what we are doing here. Anticipating changes in those tiny fluctuations and making money off of them. Wow, I never knew you could do this. Okay, so now basically if we are working off of just this, the last number here is called a pipette or a point. Is the basic price, is a basic point in price, okay? Just like the lowest numbers get to is 1, and then, the same thing here. This is the lowest here. This is the unit. Yeah, it's the unit of price. The same way you have 1 as your unit, and then 10 as your tens. Then you have 100 as hundreds. You understand me? So that's the same thing here. We have the unit, the 10, the 100, the 1000, the 10,000, the 100,000. Okay? So this is what we make money off of as traders. So now moving on to what a pip is. Now I said the unit of measurement to express change in value between two currencies is called a pip. Now this is the one we tend to observe most of the time. We don't observe the pipette. The pipette is actually sometimes ignored. Completely ignored. It's almost invisible. And the pip is from the 4th number. Remember, the pipette is the 5th one. This is the 4th one after the decimal. That is when we're dealing with Euro USD. When we're dealing with non-JPY pairs, sorry. If it is a JPY pair, it's usually the 3rd one. The pip or the point is the 3rd one after the decimal. And your pip here is the 2nd one after the decimal. Your pipette is the 3rd one. Pip is the 2nd. So in here, we're dealing with non-JPY for the meantime. So he said most pairs go out to 4 decimal places, but there are some exceptions like Japanese yen. I just said that. And then moving on to this one, we have calculating pips on non-JPY pairs. As you can see, 4 is our pipette, 5 is 5 pips. If we add 154, it becomes 15 pips and 4 pipettes. Okay? Or you can say 15.4 pips. Then moving on, if we add the 7 there, so it becomes 7154, it becomes 715 pips and 4 pipettes. If we add this guy, it becomes 7,715 pips and 4 pipettes. If we add this guy, it becomes 17,715 pips and 4 pipettes. Right? And then moving on, if we decided to do calculations, say they say add 45.6 pips to this number, you just carry this number, take it to a calculator, remove these dots. So just type 177154 and just add 456 to it. If they gave you just 45 pips, they didn't give you the pipette, just put 0 here. So it becomes 45 and 0. So just use that to add and you get your number. It's very simple. You don't have to stress your head so much on this one. Then same thing with Japanese yen. Yeah, 5 pipette, 8 is your pip. Just be able to observe when you're trading a Japanese yen pair. This type of calculation functions well on gold as well. On gold, yeah, gold. And then in here we have, if we add the 7, it becomes 78 pips and 5 pipettes. If we add this 6, it becomes 678 pips and 5 pipettes. If we add this one, it becomes 6,678 pips and 5 pipettes. If we add this, it becomes 16,678 pips and 5 pipettes. Okay? Simple, right? Very simple. Then the calculation, we're doing an addition as well. So I believe you know how to add it, you know how to subtract as well. It shouldn't be that hard. Take off the dot, add this number, and get your answers. Very simple. Then for the final one, or should I say the one that's where the work now starts, is your lot size. Now, basically, lot sizes are buying power. You just have to have this number in your head. It's not even very, very important, but you just need to have the number in your head. One standard lot is always $100,000. One mini lot is $10,000. One micro lot is $1,000. No broker offers nano lots, but it means $100 anyways. So, okay, there are brokers that offer this anyways. I think I know one. Then moving onto your lot sizes. Lot sizes decide your buying and selling power in the market, and says they go a long way to decide how much you make and how much you lose in the market. So therefore, having a good idea or the right calculation and lot sizes to use when taking a trade will help you a lot in framing good trades, taking even better risk in the market. So basically, this is what you are going to be using. You know those numbers they told you to use when you were placing that trade you placed last week. They told you how many lots to use. That is lot sizes. Is as important as every other thing is important in your trading. Okay, so we are going to move on to understanding them deeply, as they would affect you. They go hand in hand with your pips, and these two things are enough to either make you or wreck you. So let's go. Now, when we're talking about how much they weigh, one standard lot is 10 pips per $10 per pip. So one pip will be $10. If you're using mini lot, every one pip movement will be $1. If you're using micro lot, every one pip will be 10 cents or 0.1. So that means if price is moving in your direction, you'll be making $10 for every pip. If it's going against you, you'll be losing $10 for every pip. Okay? Now for Japanese yen pairs, $1 is always most of the time equals to $80 to $70. So when you place your trade, you should be getting in and around $7 to $8 per standard lot, or you're getting 70 cents to 80 cents per mini lot, and you're getting 7 to 8 cents per micro lot. Okay? It's just something to observe. It's not something to pay a huge mind to, but feel free to observe it. Then finally, we have how much do you make or lose with this. So I think I've explained this. One lot, this, that. Next one, we have, okay, so if price is moving against you 10 pips, this is where matters get tough now. If we are using one lot on a trade, and that trade goes against us, we just lost it, and it's at 10 pips loss now. If you're using 0.1 lot, you'll be losing $100. 0.1, you're using 10. 0.01, you'll be losing 100. But also understand that if this trade is actually going in your direction, meaning you are making money from it, you would be making 100 bounce on that very trade. Okay, it's not anything huge anyways, but it's money. And then 0.1, you'll be making $10, and with 0.01 is $1. Okay, now I believe the last trade that was called out in the group, you guys had that trade with 0.5. So that means you were using 5 times of this, meaning you guys were risking literally you guys were using 5 times of this. That's you guys were risking roughly $5 per pip. And I remember that trade went about 30 to 40 pips in your direction. Was it 20 pips? I believe 20 pips in your direction. So that 20 pips, most of you had $100 floating profit of $100, and some did not take it, and it went back to take you guys out as a loss. But it wasn't a bad trade. It was at least good experience for you. You learned from that. Next time when you see money that is important in your eye, please take some part of it. Don't leave everything. Don't leave everything out there. It's until you close that you have made money. That's one thing with Forex. That you have floating profit does not mean you are making money. It's until you close. Hey, this money in the trade I placed, if you are following me on TikTok, you will see it there. My live trade I took today was floating $60. I didn't close it. It went back to take me out at a loss. It's that simple. That's the way Forex is. So if you have trades floating in profit, collect your money. So moving on. Remember that using this knowledge, you should be able to always decide how much you risk on every trade you are taking. Okay, this is very important. Now, back to the stuff I said about my TikTok. The trade I placed live there, that I posted this morning, that very trade, what it was supposed to make me was roughly $250 if it went in my direction. So I was literally risking about $50 on it. So I wasn't worried. I was like, anyways, $60 is nothing. It hasn't given me what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 250. So even when it took me out on a loss, I was cool with it. So the reason why we're teaching you this is so that you are able to decide. You have rights over your risk. You shouldn't be placing trades and you don't know how much you are losing, how much you are going to lose even before the loss comes. You should be able to predict this before the loss comes. Okay, that's why you are learning this now. That's why we are taking the stress to teach you this part before we go to trading view and now start showing you how to analyze. I want you to know how to calculate how much you will lose first or how much you will make, so that you have an idea that, okay, if you place a trade and somebody asks you, I heard you took a trade, how much are you risking? You should be able to say, I'm risking $12, I'm risking 10, I'm risking 15. You shouldn't say, hey, I just placed trade. Now analysis is what I do for trading view. Nigga, that's not how a trader trades. You should be professional about this. You get me? And being professional, you're doing finance. This business is all about finance. So as a professional, the first thing you should know how to do is how to handle your risk. If you don't know how to handle your risk, you are still nothing but a losing trader. You are somebody that knows technical. You're a good technical analyst, a professional technical analyst, but a complete failure in the way of risk. Risk management is number one, and that is why I'm taking my time to build on this. Please, lot sizes are important to you. They can either make you or break you. Yeah, I lost how much today? I lost about $50 on the trade I placed on my live account. That same trade that went live. How did this happen? It was because the trade I placed this morning, I was supposed to use 0.05. But because I was in a hurry to place trades on my other two accounts, I accidentally placed the same 0.1 on another pair, which instantly moves 25 pips against me. And before I can come back to manage it, I was planning to lose just $10 on that particular account. That account was a small account. I was planning to lose just a small account of $1,000, although it was 960 this morning. I was planning to lose maximum of $10 from it, but I lost $25. Crazy, right? Yeah. And I don't want you guys to be like that. I'm telling you, honestly, I don't want you to be like that. So please, my own is coming because I'm managing several accounts. It's not just one account. But you now that will still be managing just one, you go go, they make the same mistake. No. It's not nice now. So I want you to be able to avoid this, completely avoid it. Then moving on to the next one. This is the final part now. So let's say I have a sell going on. And first of all, he said, question, how many lots do I use in this trade to ensure that I don't lose more than $50? So this is the maximum we want to lose. This is the position we are selling. Our entry is 1.77521. Our stop loss is 1.7721. TP is 1.77121. So step one, you want to find out how many pips are we losing, or how many pips are we risking on this trade. You get me? You want to figure out how much you are risking and how much you are going to make. So let's say we are risking $20. Sorry, what am I saying? So we take this entry now, we do a subtraction from the highest and lowest. So 1.772 minus 1.52, then we take 1.52 again and minus 1.77.10121. Don't mind me, I'm mistaking the numbers. It's a mistake. So that will give us 20, this will give us 40. So there's 20 pips and 40 pips. What is the next step after we have gotten these numbers? So what we want to do now is we'll take the one we're calculating is the XL. The loss. How much do we lose is stop loss. The XL. We'll talk more about their names later. So for now, you want to take this number and divide it by this number. We want to find how much are we going to risk per pip. Okay, once we can get per pip, the rest is always easy. So we'll punch a calculator here. And the moment we punch a calculator, we take 50 and we literally divide it by 20. And that should give us 2.5. Okay, so now quick question. One lot, how much do you lose? How much do you make per pip on one lot? $10. Abi? How much do you lose or make on 0.1? $1, right? And we want to risk 2.5. So that means 2 of the 0.1 will give us $2. If we divide 0.1 by half, we'll get 0.05. So that means we'll be using our risk will be 0.25. Is that not it? I believe that's it. So if this is it, that means with this, we should be able to risk just $50. Now we can take that same number, $2.5 per pip, and times it by 40 in order to calculate how much we are making. So that gives us $100. So that means on this trade, we are risking 20 pips to make 40 pips. And if we take a loss, we're taking $50 loss. If we win $40 profit. Sorry, $100 profit. And the lot size we'll be using when placing the trade is nothing more than 0.25. Okay, that is the lot size we are using. Nothing more, nothing less. Are we following? I believe we are. So, finalizing your own exercise, you would be doing a position sell. Your entry is 1.5524. Your stop loss is 1.5534. Your TP is 1.54241. And I want you to take your time and decide how much you want to lose. I don't want to hear anything below $50. Sorry, anything below $100. What am I saying? In short, feel free to do any number, risk any number you want to do. Use your hand and decide how many dollars you are risking, calculate, and then tell me. I want to find out how many pips is your stop loss, how many pips is your take profit, how much are you risking, and how many lots will you be using on that trade. Okay, so in this trade, you take this, you minus, you get the number, divide it by that amount, divide that amount you want to risk. Let's say you want to risk $20, divide it by the number you get here. Then the number you get, find out how many lots would give us that amount per pip. And that should be all. See you guys in the next video. And I believe you are learning something. Please, after you're done watching this video, give me a review. This week we'll make it halfway of our training. It's a 4-week training. This is the second week. Give me a review after you're done watching this.